President Trump started leaning on the Justice Department the first chance he got. On November 29th, his first television interview after the election.
Where is the DOJ and the FBI in all of this, Mr. President? You have laid out some serious charges here. Shouldn't this be something that the FBI is investigating? Are they?
Missing in action.
Is the DOJ investigating?
Missing in action. Can't tell you where they are.
Republican.
Ultimate date of significance is January 6th. This is how the process works. The ultimate arbiter here, the ultimate check and balance is the United States Congress. And when something is done in an unconstitutional fashion, which happened in several of these states, we have a duty to step forward and have this debate and have this vote on the 6th of January.
What is missing, again, unfortunately, is any other side. You know, the fact that this is not a balanced committee is a real shame because, you know, this is powerful stuff. These are very credible individuals. Having someone there to ask probing questions rather than scripted questions, I think would have added greater authenticity and power to this hearing.
Indeed, President Trump had said much the same, Brett Baer, that that was, bungled by Kevin McCarthy.
Do you think it's interesting, however, that federal agents searched the home of Jeffrey Clark just yesterday? We are now, Neil, 536 days after that meeting, and where there's this implication that Clark is going to be inserted as the head of DOJ, as the acting attorney general, and there's all this pushback and resignations that they say will happen. Why is it that long? Why is it time to this hearing?
Well, it's certainly possible, Neil. I've always thought, and I continue to think, that this process is a proxy for the investigation that they failed to do 17 months ago in connection with the post-January 6th impeachment, and I think that continues to be borne out. They're suggesting the criminal justice system as a substitute, I would say a poor substitute for that. They basically want to indict him for an impeachable offense because the time for impeaching is come and gone. But I must say, if you were going to...
has a sense of desperation to it, and a desperate president forcing maybe his way in office. What do you come away with thus far?
Well, I think they're making a much stronger case than of what we knew. That is that amplification of how many people were saying the same thing, that they had run down these allegations, they were untrue, and that is coming through. But going to Andy's point, it's so scripted that they don't even have opening statements, and it's so controlled it makes kabuki look like improvisational dance.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure, Brett.
Listen, the premise here from the chairman, Benny Thompson, and Liz Cheney is that we were on the brink of losing our democracy. If anything, I think this testimony shows not only the Arizona House Speaker, all of the state officials, these officials in DOJ who, again, were working for President Trump, stood up saying we have an oath to the Constitution. If anything, I think it proves that we were not close to that. And even though the president wanted to keep on trying to overturn the election, that there were patriots along the way who said, we can't do this. And so I'm not sure that that premise sells with all the witnesses that they're putting forward.
But if one of them had buckled, it would be a very different
100%.
Moment, right?
Yep.
Got it.
For the 5, the January 6th hearings continue on Capitol Hill with former DOJ officials testifying before the committee. We're going to monitor it for any breaking news. You can watch it live streaming on foxnews.com. But now to another big story we're following.